This podcast is brought to you by the Texas Hill Country River region in Uvalde County. What's super unique about this area is that the Frio, Nueces, and Sabinal rivers are all located in the same county. It's like the hill country that you know and love, just more rural, so you're surrounded with wildlife, and life just kind of slows down out here, so you can really enjoy the simple pleasures like camping, fishing, and just enjoying the company of the people that you love.
For more information, go to visituvaldecounty.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the In Between Podcast. I'm Jake.
And I'm Leah.
Just in case you didn't know, we just have to remind you every episode. Maybe we have some new viewers that are not aware. So, yeah, for those of y'all who have been watching us, yeah, that's why we do it. So, yeah, what do we have on the agenda for today's show?
We have Valentine's Day. So this episode should be dropping right around Valentine's Day. And we thought that was a great opportunity to talk about some of the things going on out here in our area and what people do out here for Valentine's Day. So that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Love and hearts and Cupid and food.
Yeah. And I guess before we jump into that, we survived another Arctic blast.
Yeah.
So
wasn't it Valentine's Day weekend whenever we had the snowpocalypse all across Texas? Wasn't it around that time?
Yeah, it was February.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
forget about that.
It was in February, so
well, hopefully that doesn't happen this time. We don't need a snowpocalypse Valentine's Day. If it's anything like today, it's beautiful outside right now. Yeah,
we got the sun, a lot of sunshine, and it's fresh outside. Mm-hmm. It just looks fresh. Just looking out the window.
It makes me want to go outside and paint our mural that has taken me 2 years to paint. I'll get it finished eventually.
Eventually, it'll be done.
One day. Yeah. Speaking of murals, there's a brand new mural in Concan now, done by artist Tara Johnson. It's at the visitor center here in Concan. It's beautiful and colorful and funky and fun. And it only took her 2 weeks to do it. Meanwhile, my mural is taking 2 years, but she knocked it out and it's so cool. It looks so good. Yeah. And I posted on Instagram about it, a reel of it. So you can check it out there if you want to see it. It's really neat.
You can just come to Concan and come and see it.
Well, to see it like before they come to see it, if they want to just see it quickly.
Okay. If you want to preview, check out the interwebs. Yeah. Our socials.
Yeah. So murals. Yeah. So jumping into Valentine's Day. As per usual.
I know guys are probably shaking right now.
So what I was about to say is, as per usual, you and I have no plans. We never have plans.
Yeah, but the pressure is on. Every time that the holiday name comes up, it's like, well, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, oh man, I better get things kicked into gear and start planning and figuring out what I'm going to do.
I start reminding you like weeks and like at the beginning of the month. I'm like, oh, by the way, my birthday's in 2 weeks. Oh, by the way, Valentine's Day is coming up. And I just remind you, and you always do something. What I don't understand is like how people like, I don't know, like I communicate to you, like to me, I don't expect you to just like remember or know, like I'll just continually remind you and then you do something beautiful and wonderful and I'm happy.
You're a good communicator. Mm-hmm. So that's thank you for that, because I don't think about that. I mean, I know probably I'm gonna make a generalization here, but I think most married men do not think about that. But if you do always, if you are always on top of it, then kudos to you. Help us be better. But no, I do try, and I'm grateful that you do remind me. And it's not like you better do something for me.
Do better.
Like, hey, it's Valentine's Day next month. I'm like, oh yeah, sure is.
Don't forget.
It's the same time every year. Right? But just like Christmas and your birthday.
Because I love presents.
That's your love language.
Yes.
Which that's something that we can talk about on another podcast.
That would be great for Valentine's podcast, but we don't have to talk about that. We'll talk about this. So jumping into things that people do, because every year we have lots of people who come out here for Valentine's Day. They're typically people just wanting to like connect with their partner in nature, kind of get away from the city and have a romantic weekend together by themselves without the hustle and bustle of life. So typically what they're looking to do out here is hiking at Garner. Right now, as of today, weather is beautiful and perfect for hiking. This is a great day to hike. Now, come this weekend, who knows, right? Because weather in Texas is all over the place. But generally, the weather is really nice right now, and hiking is something people like to do.
Yeah, and then by the time this podcast releases, it's gonna be it might be Valentine's Day. It's February 8th right now, so in about a week this will be released. So it could change. A lot can happen in a week.
Yeah.
It can rain.
Weather is all over.
It's been raining off and on the past couple of weeks, so.
Yeah.
But the good thing is if it does, it typically clears up.
Yeah.
Some part of the day. But Garner's open, so you can definitely hike.
Hiking. And people think typically like you can't enjoy the river out here in the off season or when it's colder, but you can. There's lots of ways to enjoy the river. Fishing.
Yeah, cold plunge.
Not cold plunge. Not for me. For you. Fishing, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding at Garner. They offer stand-up paddleboard rentals. And the Frio River is typically pretty shallow and rocky. And so that is there's two places that I know of where you can stand up paddleboard. That's at Garner State Park because of the dam. So it's high enough and clear enough to where you can do that. And then also Frio River private access on their side of the dam. They have a dam as well. And those are two of the only places that I know of that are public access that that you can go to and pay to go to and stand up paddleboard.
So what else? What else can they do here? Or what else do
people like to
people who come out for Valentine's? Because we've been here for this I guess will be our fourth Valentine's Day, and we're here. And over the years, we've seen people come out, go hiking, enjoy some of the local restaurants.
Yeah. A new one that we have that just opened up right before Christmas or right after Christmas is the Leakey Drug. And they are taking reservations for Valentine's Day right now. And they haven't announced exactly what they're doing, but they said there's going to be some kind of surprise. So I don't know what that surprise is, but I'm curious. And their food is delicious. And I would say Leakey Drug is the closest thing that we have to fine dining out here. And it's really cute setup. It's very small and intimate. So you probably need to book your reservations super fast.
Well, just like the Laurel Tree.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit further away. So yeah, the Leakey Drug is the closest to us.
So the Laurel Tree that you just mentioned is a place where people from all over come to just to go there for Valentine's Day. They typically, and they're well established, they're not brand new, and they book out way, way, way in advance. So chances are by now the Laurel Tree is probably already booked, but it's not too late to try.
And it's not too late to book for next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if she's taking reservations for next year, but if she is, I would try to get in there because it's pretty small as well. And it's definitely somewhere people like to go for special occasions, especially Valentine's Day. I think that's one of like the biggest days that people like to go out there. And the Laurel Tree is 5-course meal and beautiful, surroundings and gourmet food. And it's just a really unique place to go.
The table is yours for lunch or dinner. So there's no rush to get out.
Yeah.
It's kind of on your own time. Whenever you're ready for the next course.
Yeah, there's no turnover. So you just can kind of, sit there with your spouse and enjoy each other. They encourage you to wander through the grounds. They have European antiques all over the place. And it's a really special place to go. But I would call like yesterday to try to get in there. Another place out here doing something for Valentine's Day is Gypsy Sally's. And they're also relatively new. They opened up in the summer. They are doing a 3-course meal. You got to get your reservations in for that. They have, I can't pronounce most of the foods on there, but it sounds really good. There's a blackened shrimp. I can pronounce that. Ooh. Romesco sauce radichicho. I don't know. Sounds Gremolata. Like I don't know. It sounds good. There's lots of yummy stuff, and you can pick your, all of the, and that was just one of like the appetizers. It sounds really good. So Gypsy Sally's, they have that going on. The Back Porch Bar in Leakey is also doing a special thing for Valentine's Day, and they are doing the Not So Newlywed game, where they have 3 local couples that have been married a long time, and they're going to be asking them questions to see how well they know each other. It should be pretty funny. And they also have a dinner set up, and you get drinks and flowers, and I think that's also reservations as well. So for those places, you need to try to get your reservation in as soon as possible. And the Back Porch is at the Leakey Inn. Yes, the historic Leakey Inn. Yes, and their food is so good. Yeah. We are always, I like to get their tacos, which are not on the menu for the Valentine's Day thing, but I'm sure whatever they have will be delicious because their food is always really good. I like their quesadillas. Al pastor. Yeah. I get the al pastor tacos. Love them. So those are some of the things going on for Valentine's Day as far as meals, places to eat. One thing we didn't mention about what to do is shopping. Yeah. A lot of people like to come out here and shop, especially if you're coming for Valentine's Day and maybe you didn't get your spouse a present. Just take them shopping and let them buy their own presents. And in Concan, the stores are closed right now for the off season, but in Leakey, Josh's is open. Aberrado Gifts is open. There's in Utopia, Sarah's Utopia is open right now. There's a new boutique that's super cute at the Orange Blossom Real Estate office. And then additionally, in Uvalde, there's a ton of shopping. So Julian's has beautiful jewelry. If you're looking to kind of splurge on jewelry, they have gorgeous jewelry and clothes. And Southern Lace Marketplace always has really cute stuff. And Once Upon a Time Uvalde, there's tons. Antique stores. Yeah, there's a lot. Speaking of the antique stores, the new one where the old bar used to be the old Lone Star Saloon, and they turned it into an antique shop, and it's just outside of Lake Uvalde, on 83. Do you know the name of it off the top of your head? Is it Saloon Antiques? Maybe I think it's Saloon Antiques, but it's a really cool antique place. I wasn't expecting it to be so cool, so yeah, it was fun when we checked it out because you were really into it. Sometimes when we're shopping, I can tell like you're bored, but you were really into it and wandering around and checking things out. And it's huge. It's really, really big. And they have a lot of really unique things. What about in Sabinal? Is that a couple shops open there? Yeah, okay. In Sabinal, there is, oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Where we get our candles from. Rustic Charm. Hello. Yes. Rustic Charm is open. I want to say there's an antique store in the corner, but I've never been there. So Sabinal, there's lots of shopping. And when you're shopping at these, smaller boutiques, they're all owned by local people. So you're supporting the local economy out here. And, it's always a great thing to do. Somebody just woke up. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can take a little day trip, which we've had people do that in the past. They kind of make our place in between their home base, and then they go venture out to some of the
little further out places like towns like Bandera, Camp Wood, Comfort.
We even had some people stay with us one time, and they went to Fredericksburg, and they just drove to Fredericksburg for the day and then came back because they were here with us for several days, and they just wanted to drive out there. And the great thing about using our place as a base camp is everywhere you go, every direction, it's a beautiful drive to get there. We could probably wrap up. I mean, we kind of covered all the things, and we'll go get Luna. She's crying. I think those are some good things that to take into consideration if you're coming out for Valentine's Day. And also just keep your always monitor either our socials. We try to put stuff out whenever things are coming up, events, whatnot. But visit uvaldecounty.com, their website. They try to always push out stuff that's coming out in the area, things to do. Also their socials. So are there any upcoming events maybe people would want to be interested in? That is all I can think of right now. It's just all of these Valentine's Day events that they have going on.
Yeah. So fellas, it's not too late. It's never too late. So even if you do something past Valentine's Day, it's a thought that counts. So it's better late than never. And
Valentine's Day this year falls on a Tuesday, so you can celebrate the weekend before or you can celebrate the weekend after.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a wrap. Thank you again for popping in with us. We will see y'all next time. Hasta luego.
Bye.